Are you kidding me? It's just getting better and better.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Bullish, my man, throwing it down.
Let's go.
How's everybody doing? Famous, dude.
How you doing, man? Long time no see,
I've been
man.
waiting for the last 2 weeks to talk to you, and I've been dying this week to talk to you. And
Let's go.
We haven't had a chance to sit down yet. I've been busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and you have been out down for the count too. So, man, this is some cool stuff, dude. So, okay, I gotta open this up with I got to tell the community a little something. So, the information that I get, I hold a lot of it close to my vest. I don't pass a whole bunch of it out until I think it's absolutely necessary, because I take my responsibility here seriously. Because I've heard some serious FOMO shit throughout the last few years that would have made people, But anyway, so I'm very careful about what I say and who I take counsel with. In fact, there's a handful of people I take counsel with, and I'll give you some of those. Hexo, Richard, Kyle, Dev Kyle, Silver the Antidote, Access Live, my partner Ken, and this cat right here, Phamous. I listen to this guy because he's smart and he knows what he's talking about. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to pick his brain about what's going on this week. Because here's the thing, this is my conclusion. I've been very cautious about calling any cycle end or beginning or anything here with this. But through all my counsel, through everybody I've talked to, my own analysis, everything that I've looked at, everything that I've done as far as my due diligence is concerned, is telling me that this bear market's over. I think we're like in the beginning stages of the bull market. Now, I could be wrong. I could be way off base here, but I said that to Axis last night. And even in the back rooms, he was like, I don't see anything that's indicating anything else, bro. That's what I'm seeing too. I know it's hard to fathom. I know it's hard to believe. We all think there should be more, but it looks like it's in. What do you think? Is it in?
I don't know, man. I'm very obsessive over this ETH stuff. A lot of people are very positive about this ETH 2.0, everything that's occurring, the market, what's happening, through June, the last year. What's really cool about what I've done personally is I've been very on hand looking at stuff with the community, being involved every day, especially within our realm. And when I look at things, I kind of ask myself, there's nothing really that's making us go down in the big, like in the big sense of things. Like, is there a problem with crypto? I don't think there is. There could be a little, some things that come out of the, the woodwork, some little weeds, and we have to take care of it. There's stuff with Binance with their BUSD. There's got to be other stuff, in jurisdictions in certain countries that they're going to come out with that's going to, make headlines, that's going to make people, I actually see that happening this summer. But it's really about that ETH, because they've been really accumulating heavily on that. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but I do. I like talking about it. Over 17 million ETH is in that beacon. And if we want to see that grow, then there's got to be a lot more liquidity. And, what's going to make everyone put more ETH out there? Only 3.3% of it is in the wrapped ETH contract. So that means liquidity only has so much ETH, and the market only has so much liquidity. When you go check other coins, we're kind of reigning, not king, but we're doing very well. We're doing a lot of volume. That's another point I want to talk about. But when it comes to the market, I don't want to be quick to say that we're in a bull market. When you look at the way that ETH is overhandling Bitcoin right now, the way that its trend line is going towards it, I think that ETH has something happening. And like it could it be Shanghai? I don't know. But the way that I see it is I'm fearful for all that ETH coming out. Now, people say that it's coming out gradually. Gamma, shouts out to Gamma. He's very knowledgeable about this stuff because he does all the validator stuff. He was explaining to me that first, whatever is in there is including rewards. So that's accumulated. And at the same time, too, they're going to be withdrawing ETH at a certain pace. It could be all withdrawn in about like 5-6 days, he says. But what's fearful is that most of the people that have been staking their ETH didn't do it like Gamma, didn't do it normally, didn't do it the decentralized way. They went with the exchanges. And the exchanges are getting that first. So what can happen? We need more supply. So yes, people are saying that once the withdrawals happen, what's going to stop someone from just putting their ETH in and withdrawing it when they want? I understand that. But there has to be much more liquidity for that. And where's the liquidity going to come from? And I think it's going to come from those who did that. And we know during a bear market, take all the liquidity out. What do you do with something that's just holding? Put it to stake. I think ETH is holding up. Now for Hex, I actually think that the way we're going against ETH, even if ETH goes down, I think we're probably just going to rock it against that ratio. So that's something else if you want to talk about. So is the market done, RG? I don't think so. I don't think so.
You think it's still got some down?
we need to, like, it's kind of like a checklist. Like when you're like, maybe I don't know how to explain this, but it's a checklist. And if we have to get to that point to say, okay, we're in the clear. And I think we're going to get that in the next month. He said Gorley's coming out. A lot of things are going to come out in the next 2 months. That's for sure. Something's going to happen in the next 2 months. That I'm confident.
Well, I'm looking. So you think that it's going to be a news event? Now, dude, the biggest news event that has ever hit crypto, the worst possible FUD that has ever hit crypto, hit it, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, when all of this went down. That didn't move the needle at all. At all.
No.
Nothing. And nothing but good news since. The SEC's floundering.
Yeah.
The GOX coins are not going to dilute the market. Let me repeat that. The GOX coins are not diluting the market. They're not taking crypto payouts on that. So, I mean, what news, what bad event, what could possibly bring this market back down to its knees? I don't know if anything. Look, the market had tanked before the biggest FUD crypto news ever came out was FTX. Nothing else compares to what FTX has done. I mean, GOX in the beginning when crypto was as small as it was, that was a big event, of course, because it was like basically fucking 3/4 of the liquidity or something at that point, right? That was screwed out of the market. I don't know what it was, but so that's what I've been contemplating that, because I felt the same thing. I felt it's not done yet. Got some more down, got some more FUD coming out. This bear doesn't seem like it's been long enough for how high it pumped. So what's going to do it? What's going to bring it down? What's going to bring it down?
Well, Tangent on the other day on the stream was saying that there's a lot of coins being taken off exchanges, and then they're being put into their wallets. But that is good. But at the same time, it means that the liquidity that is offered in the exchanges is much lower. So that means they have less.
So that means
it's going to move
that
faster.
means the education of what a DEX does is going to be most important, because those people need a place to put that. These people need a place to earn.
It's Bitcoin, so they don't have that. What that shows is that means that there's less liquidity. So that means that if there is going to be any sales or whatever, people are not putting them in places where they can sell it. They're putting it in places where they want to hold it. So that means that there's going to be less to purchase, which means in the way Bitcoin goes is usually when it gets really scarce, it goes up because it's harder to purchase it.
But see, that's not a negative externality, though.
No, it's not.
It's not a negative externality. It's a par externality. It's par. And it's actually positioning and posturing and putting that crypto and that value in not the right place, but a different place. It's removing it from the evil, wicked, exchanges It's taking it out of the trader's hands. It's pulling all that volume off of the crypto space, and it's idling it. And now I think it's about education of decentralized exchanges. It's a new bull market emerging. That's what's going to bring all of this back to life and pump the money and the crypto into the right place. Because it's got to move. It's got to get off these exchanges. Everyone's afraid of the exchange. The exchanges are bleeding out right now. They're bleeding out. People are ripping their stuff off left and right, like you just said. Yeah. But remember, 100%. These are alt people. These aren't mostly Bitcoiners. These are alt people. These people are, I guess, closer to us than maxis are. They're one step closer to, DeFi hexagons than Bitcoin maxis are. So I like the direction everything's going. I just don't see the FUD. I've talked to everybody. I've heard everybody's arguments for a deeper bear market, but I can't see anything that indicates there is going to be further bear. Everything I see is showing bullish signs. All the charts I've seen, the halvening positioning, everything is showing me in the next few months, we're going to be in a full-on fucking bull market run. That's what I see. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying everything that I've looked at in the past, every cycle that I've ever been through, I'm seeing it. It's like, sorry guys, bull market's here. That's me.
There's always that wick down though.
I know. And
there's
you might see
last wick down. There's that last wick down, and it doesn't, and it's not like a fucking
But we could have seen that. We could have seen that wick down to 1.7. That wick down to 1.7 wasn't no joke, man. That was deep. That cut deep. We're 90. What was it? 98%? We got a 98% dip that we ended up hitting.
No, us, yeah, but I'm saying the market. Us, it was different. Us, it's different though. Us, it's against ETH. A lot of people were getting out of Hex to go into ETH, and that consequentially made us really
and other shit and stuff too. Yeah, so we had a little, but 98%, bro. That's deep, man. That's a deep ass cut. So
it's a good bragging rights.
That was telling me that
that's another thing. We didn't even mention that for once since 55 cents. Think about this. Since 55 cents, this is the biggest gain in the fastest time we've gotten. Because it only did like a double from 10 to like 20. But then from now it did 1.8 to where are we at? Almost 8. So like think about it, like everyone all the new people since 55 cents, this is the biggest amount. Like this is what this
Famous
is the number.
Likes it rough, guys.
This is your first. No, I'm telling you, but it's crazy because it's like look at this. Look how far we come. This is like what we've been talking about. This is what you've been talking about. It's like when it hits, it hits.
Yeah.
So think about like, okay, you said about Hex not being finished or the market not being finished, but Hex is like, when was the last time this shit pumps like that? What happens? Look at the chart. I'm not saying it's going to do it, but like that's a high chance.
Look at the monthly candles. The monthly candles are a big tell right now because I think we're on our third straight month of up. Do we have 2 up months?
The third month of up? No, I think we're in the second because it's been up since January 1st. I think you're up like $1,000 would be over 3,000 in your thing, 100%. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're working on the third green candle, dude. The third 30-day green candle. Yes. And we haven't seen that since that was August. No. September. Yeah, September. That was September of last year was the last time we saw that many candles in a row.
Oh yeah, we are doing the third month. We are doing the third month.
That was 5 green candles at the end of September. That was the 5th green candle. We haven't had up like that in a long time. So, of course I'm right. Why does everybody think the old guy's always wrong, man?
No, I didn't realize it was 3. I'm always looking at it like, damn. Shit hit. Yo, when you're doing so much, doing the same thing every day, sometimes I forget it's Monday, Tuesday. I'm like Wednesday. I'm like, whoa.
Sometimes when you just wake up like me, you just forget. I just forget all the time. Yeah. Trust me. everybody's always like, "What the hell is the matter?" Yeah, baby.
Oh, did you ever see that meme? Did you see that meme of when
the
the
guy-
girls when the girls in the court that she's like there was a jar. I'm not gonna say what, but there was a jar, and then you see the guy in the meme when he's in the got it. He has like a jar of sand.
Jar of dirt.
Anyway, it's funny. The captain. I'm like, you should put that
Somebody
up.
put a meme. There was a guy out panhandling, and he was full on Jack Sparrow panhandling, walking in car to car, and people were dropping money in his bag.
Oh yeah, that too. That's funny.
They said, "Look,
And he's
RG, keeping it real out there." Probably won't have to panhandle in cars.
Famous was wrong. What do you mean I'm wrong?
I might end up on a pole one day, but I'm probably not going to panhandle a car. All right. So anyway, let's look at Sandy B. Isn't that awesome? Always supportive. My lady, thank you. I always think you're right. Well, I leave nothing to chance. I say it like it is, and if I don't know, I say, I don't know. This is what I think, though. And if you trust this brain, hashtag famous was wrong.
I like that.
Oh, you guys are making me feel good.
Not for long. Oh man, it's gonna be really, really, really good. And then also, there's a lot of things that's gonna happen. I think I would suggest a lot of people to, when V3 does come out, just go test it out. Use your
Do not make the mistake of not understanding what you're dealing with. I know everybody's been, kind of chilling. Some of you didn't go play with testnet. Some of you did. And even those of you that did, V3 comes out and we get a chance to put our hands on it. Put your hands on it. Be ready. Be prepared. Like Phamous was saying earlier, everyone's like, there's nothing to do. When it launches, just stay back. No. There is lots to do. There are lots of things to be preparing for. Getting yourself ready. Getting yourself ready to maybe, like, I'm clearing my schedule when PulseChain launches. When PulseChain launches, I'm going to have 2-3 days of just immersing myself in my situation. What's going on in my wallets? Of course, I know I'm going to be on the phone helping people. My phone's already blowing up. That's the funniest thing, man. Like 2 months ago, I couldn't even get my mom to call me, right? Like nobody's calling me. Nobody gives a crap about me 2 months ago. And now all of a sudden, like, I'm popular again. My phone is ringing. Like, people are asking me to come speak for them. People are asking me to talk to them about crypto. Help me move some crypto, RG. Help me. Can you help me with this? Hey, how's it? Whoa, look at it's pumping the prices. Yeah, 2 months ago, they didn't want to talk to me. Like, my name wasn't even on their tongue.
Speaking of talking, I saw that you're speaking somewhere.
Yeah. I'm going to Louisiana,
Nice.
New Orleans area.
Mm-hmm.
It's out. We'll probably. I think we got the flyer. We'll post it.
Nice.
So I'll be there's a. It started off in someone's home, and then we blew out of that.
Yeah.
And then they rented out a hotel. So we got a bunch of people coming to the hotel, and then now that we throw it out there on Twitter, that there's a bunch of Hexicans coming. So it's going to be kind of a meetup / I'm going to talk crypto history, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hex,
Nice.
what Hex means to the ecosystem, DeFi, and then stick around, answer questions, hang out with everybody. And we're going to do that in Louisiana. And I think we got a couple more that we're going to do. Already getting some requests, come out to Miami, come out to,
Nice.
Back to Vegas. Got more business to do in Vegas. And then maybe even out to London again. Might be out to London.
Oh,
because
nice.
I got some work to do out there with one of our projects, and then do a meetup and a talk out there too.
When you go to London?
Not sure yet. We're talking about it when I'm going to be going out there. So probably probably
catch a soccer game, man. Gotta go catch a soccer game.
You know what, dude? I have never been to a live soccer game.
It's crazy over there.
I've never even watched a whole soccer game on TV, to be honest. Now, I've caught a play or two, and
it's a vibe. It's just the crowd. It's like
I know, man.
Drink,
now,
party.
Now, when Cup comes around, I'm in here in California, so when the Cup comes around, we have a very big Mexican population out here. So when the Cup comes around, you can go to a bar where all the people are watching Mexico play or whatever, and it is fucking fun, man. They party. They have a party, Yeah.
They take their shit serious.
So I can appreciate it. It just, the sport of it hasn't really thrilled me.
Okay.
I'm sure I could get into it though. Now that my life has changed, I got a little more time. Maybe I can get into a little football because I do want to travel the world. I want to go out and that would be nice to go see some football games around the world and do some.
Go check out like Anfield. It's something you should go. It's something to see. It's something to be like. You might not like it though, but it is.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be open-minded, man. I'm an open-minded guy. I'm not gonna grow old and be closed-minded. I want to absorb the world, man. I want the world to come to me and let me see if I enjoy it or not. No cold weather places, only beaches until I'm done seeing every beach on the planet. And then I'll start going to some cold weather, mountains, snow stuff. It freaking snowed here today, dude.
What?
It snowed here today.
In California.
In Southern California. Like, I'm in the desert, bro. I live California is one big desert. I live out in the desert. And I'm sitting in my car doing some business on my phone. All of a sudden I look up and the freaking white shit's coming down. And not like we get this sleet and hail stuff every once in a while, like it's cold enough and we get a little bit of like little tiny hail that don't even like stay on the ground. No, this shit was like coming down like this, like flakes, like floating. I was like, holy shit, it's snowing.
It snowed in actually Saudi Arabia for the first time in like 100 years. So I wouldn't believe
holy crap.
Yeah. It's a crazy shit happening, man, in the world.
I'm telling you, man.
The Mayans were right, man. The Mayans were right. Hashtag the Mayans were right.
Okay,
man,
we're real quick before we get back
7
into crypto. I don't want to. So in your opinion, bro, places to visit. Now, I want to come out to Portugal because I want to see it. But when it comes to Spain and Portugal, come on, man. Be honest. What's the Spain? No contest. Now for living crypto, Portugal.
Wait, because it depends what you want to do. Like, do you want to walk around, or do you want to just chill on the beach? Right. In general. In Spain, most of the really nice places, you look at the sand, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" You look at the sand in Portugal, you're like, this is amazing. This is beautiful. The water is crystal blue. It's a bit colder than in Spain. Spain, you got the Mediterranean. But Spain, you look like it's a bit different, right? It's a bit more like people go out. It's not really if you have the kids.
Like dark sand and dark water.
But when you don't look at the water, I say if you don't look at the water and you don't look at the sand, Spain is the most beautiful place ever. You have these massive mountains. You see everything. All the houses on the mountains is beautiful. Portugal, if you go with the family, you like more relaxed. You like being a bit more low key. Portugal is very nice too. But if you want to come, but Portugal, you have to go see Lisbon. You got to go see Porto. The south, personally, if you want to go have a vacation, you obviously go to certain places in Spain, and then you could obviously go to Portugal. But when it comes to living, I'd rather live in Portugal any day. It's so much nicer. It's better. It's so much cheaper, and it's more like I said, it's more relaxed, low key. You don't have to worry about things. You don't have to worry about so many people being around you. It really depends on someone's atmospheres because it's good. I live here, so for me, it's not vacation. So that's why I got a place in Marbella, in Malaga, because now when I go to Malaga, that's the party place. That's where all the young people, 30, they go out. There's all the fancy cars. You have the clubs.
Yeah,
you don't have that really here. Here it's relaxed. You're in the south of Portugal. It's relaxed. You go to the nice little restaurant at the corner where you live. Everyone knows who you are. Us, we want to be low key. We don't want to show that we're partying and doing. We're here for business. This is where we live. Then you go to Spain to party, and that's how we do it. So it depends what you want to do, man. But you should definitely come and check it out. It's a nice. We live on one of the nicest beaches.
Well, in California, that's another thing people don't understand is that our beaches aren't really that beautiful. Like the sand is brown. We got brown, gray sand. We don't have, like, you go to Florida, the beaches are beautiful because of white sand. You got these beautiful white sand beaches, tropical looking, everything. California is cold and alive. Like, you go in the water, you go snorkeling like in Hawaii or Florida or any of these places. You see colorful fish, you see coral, you see anemones and bright colors and all this other stuff. In California, you go down in the water with a mask on, it'll scare the fuck out of you. You will be scared. Why? Because everything looks like it's going to kill you. Every rock, every plant, everything that moves looks like it's going to kill you. It's olive drab. It's cold. It's murky. It looks like there's shit down there coming out of somewhere that's going to eat your, because you don't see schools of beautiful fish. You see like one ugly looking motherfucker come by. Like, yeah, I'm ugly. And wait till you see the guy behind me that's looking for me to eat me. And he bails and you're like, oh shit. I mean, it's California water in California is different when it comes to the beaches. And then we don't have like you go to the East Coast and there's like houses all up and down the beach and people just party on the beach and, and all this stuff. California, we have beaches that are closed off to property owners. And then we have private property owners that have houses on the beach. So you can't go to those beaches. And the beaches you can go to, there's no homes or anything on them. We have a different type of coast here, coastline than like in the East Coast. Like I was on the East Coast the first time and they just drove their cars out there and threw kegs out on the sand and they were partying. I was like, whoa, check this out, man. Because ours are all state and local municipality beaches. Like you got to pay to get in. They got security. They got everything all, So our beaches are a little bit different. If people who are used to other beaches will be a little disappointed in California beaches. However, it is very alive. There's a lot of fishing, hunting, surfing, all that kind of stuff that goes on. But you gotta be game for it. And then the other thing is that I saw Sandy mentioned a few places to go. If you ever go, don't miss San Diego. San Diego is the gem of California to go visit. Yeah. All this other stuff, San Francisco, Mendocino County, all the stuff in between there. LA, Universal. So you stay the freaking hell away from all that stuff, guys. You don't ever want to go to LA. You don't ever want to, fly in and land there and then get the hell out and go down to San Diego. Go visit San Diego, spend some time there. You'll love it. You'll feel like you actually had a California experience. And the beaches down there are a little bit nicer because you're getting closer to Mexico. Things are getting more tropical and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, enough of that vacation stuff. But yeah, I definitely want to get out to Spain and to Portugal.
Definitely check out Spain, yeah, man. In the Costa del Sol, that's a vibe, man.
I'm telling you, bro, like
as we go with the top down, we have to be on the top down, and we're just driving. We're like, oh,
I vibe with the Europeans. You guys are like just my type of people. You're not like crazy conservative or crazy liberal, or like you guys are like middle of the road people, peaceful, just fucking like you guys don't. There's like no cares. It's like what's going on now is what matters. I don't know. When I was in London,
watch what you wish for. Europeans. I can't speak for all Europeans, but for myself, it's crazy. It's the way I don't even think there's like. I think they're very patriotic, man. I think the word is very. I think that's why you can relate to them because everyone's patriotic to who they are, right? And you get that a lot. You get that a lot, and it's more like don't fuck around my soil. You get that here. Like, this is my country. Like, Like, not fuck off, but like, yo, watch yourself. And they say that because it's their country, you know. It's like,
yeah, they have respect
more
for it.
serious, yeah, exactly. There's more seriousness, especially when there was the mask. It's like people didn't give a shit about the masks. They didn't believe in it, but it was like, just wear it, man. Just wear it. Don't make a fucking mess. Don't bust my balls. Don't get
just shut the fuck up and
don't
do
get
it.
my restaurant in trouble. Like, I'm trying to make a living
shut
here.
The
like,
fuck up and do
who
it.
are you? Like, everyone's listening. Just shut the fuck up.
It's not a big deal. Quit.
It wasn't even about, but they would go bitch. They'd be always bitching and going to the meetups and saying, we don't want to do this. Like, it's not about complying. They were more like, we don't want no trouble. We don't want to have to give money to no one. We don't want no trouble. Fuck you. Leave us alone. Like, that's it. That's how they are, Europeans, you know? It's even the police were very understanding about it. Like, yeah.
Oh man, let me fix this for my boy T-Bird. So T-Bird, look, I'm not generalizing. I'm saying that the people that I met, you feel a different vibe when you get there. like when I go to Vegas, I get a different vibe from the people there, you know, and the place itself and the people. I go to the East Coast, I go to New York, I go up there, get a different vibe, man. I get different feel for people. It's just,
I'll explain what T-Bird means. What you mean to T-Bird. So T-Bird, when I came here, I'm coming from Canada, right? When I came here to live here and not party here, like not come on vacation, when you realize how the living is and you want to live, you have this, I had to calm down. You know, when I get to the table, it wasn't come and serve me right away, give me my drinks right away. It wasn't none of that. It was like, oh, you got to wait 10 minutes because they're busy. You know, it's like, it's just, you got to wait. It's just like everyone's on a smooth, relaxed, calm time. You know, when I would have people come and come for vacation, then they're all like, oh yeah, we're on vacation. We're on this like American time. We're like part of this like urbanized, like, oh, let's nonstop. Life is on life's nonstop. You got to continue going. And then that makes you like, whoa. Like us, we're living, we're relaxed. And that's how Europeans are. And that's how I've developed. That's why now I take naps in the afternoon. I'm curious.
Yes, I think we need to bring that back.
I swear, man. I'm getting old, man. Jesus. But yeah, it's like doing nothing makes me more tired. I find it's really bad. I can't wait to go back and start work, like doing some work, man. I'm home. I'm doing this, checking charts. It's really cool, man. But back to crypto.
Back to crypto,
checking charts and talking about all that stuff. Right now, I think a lot of people need to understand a double on this is 14 cents. And if like what's fucking 15 cents to $1, right? What's 15 cents to $5, $3? So people sometimes look at it wrong, but you got to understand that the OGs will tell you, right? Like this shit's just going to go bing. And
because bro, look at the liquidity right now. Like once we break through this like 7-8 cent wall here, there's no resistance all the way to 12 cents. It's like, what is it, like a million 3 buy puts us all the way to 12 cents. Boom, whoop, like that. Like the buy that just happened. Brought us from 6 to fucking 7. Yeah, that took us 1 penny. Could take us from 8 cents to 12 cents, the same buy, because of the order books.
It depends how they take it, because
it depends on how they
think they've been suppressing the price, man. Because
it looks
there's deals like you were saying before. There's deals right now, and this is part of the ecosystem. I don't want to change it, but there is ways right now that people are getting deals on T-shares, and if you make the price too high, it's going to be more of a deal. So now we're going to need more, and then it's going to cause other liquidities to need more demand. And that's something that we could talk about. But I think right now we're in a very good state. I think people need to be very patient, continue DCAing, even though you look at the price and you're like, because in the next 2 months, a lot's going to happen. I don't know if this could do anything, but, Walrus has been speaking in the chat. Gamma's been speaking. We got a lot of people who understand what they're saying. And, it doesn't look like we're going straight to mainnet. The V3 is very necessary because it looks like V3 has the best characteristics of being the main testnet. So if that's the case, not only
playing with it for a little bit.
Exactly, and that's the point, is that I want people to understand that you have the option every day, 24/7. whatever time you're in Europe, you're in Australia, you're in North America, you have a chat at Hex all day, or some members of the community, myself, Tangent. We offer the opportunity to come up, ask questions, and especially when the V3 comes out, we're gonna be showing people how to get on it securely, create a profile, new MetaMask, all that stuff. There's already existing videos, myself and other members of the community. You should go ahead and I hate putting people on the spot when I ask them, did you do testnet? Did you try it? No, I didn't. Don't be one of those. You have the option. It's never been done before where you have the options to prepare yourself for the action. And testnet, I can't wait to see how it's going to come out, because is it going to come out with already the copies like the way it already exists on V2B, or is it going to restart?
Yeah. It's got to be.
It's going to restart. We're going to if it's going to restart,
it's got to restart.
If it restarts, people really need to understand something. It's important to see what happens.
Yeah, what the difference
You're going to be able to pull up all the charts. You're going to be able to go and see what was inside, what they did, what the bot did. We're going to be analyzing it all together in the chat. All the smart minds are going to be there. I'm telling you, it's very important that if that happens, we all need to be there and properly go and analyze this and understand this, because this is an opportunity to again understand it. And that's going to be 4 times we're going to have this opportunity. And people need to understand. Just like I've been stressing, like if you're going to be able to, if people are going to be able to bridge their PRC20s and bring them to fucking ETH and create a pool on Uniswap, well, then how much more valuable are your copies? How much more valuable is it that you don't have to worry about bringing stuff to PulseChain so that your copy, you can actually hold it and get it as a, Hex. Like right now, look, I think people have realized that now your copy is more worth it. Now it's at 7 cents. Like it's gonna be harder to get hex. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like if you think that the USDC is gonna be a better copy, you're getting wrecked. I think you're getting fucking wrecked. Exactly. That's why people need to understand that it's much more important.
I would
to understand.
not be in a stable.
Your dry powder is gonna be buying new Pulse. I promise you. It might not be the first day, it might not be the second, but the way the liquidity providing works, especially with V3. Especially with V3, and if there's no V3 and Pulse X is just V2, get ready for some fucking V3 pools on ETH.
This is PulseChain advice. Do not be sitting in a stable when PulseChain comes.
No, not necessarily. If you're betting,
I would not be sitting in a stable. I would be
if
sitting
you're betting on that copy, don't get it. How easy is it to get $1,000 if everyone's working, right? It's not like everyone is just stacking up money for this drop. It's like, no, everyone's saying don't do it. Okay, so don't go right away. But the thing is that everyone's going to want to buy new. And what have people been thinking about to buy new? I'm going to bridge in my asset. Okay, well, what if you could just pay for it? And especially if you're going to be holding something that you're saying, I'm going to bring this in because my copy is useless. I can't buy with my copy. Then I'm going to bridge it in. Well, now that you can actually buy it on Ethereum, you could just DCA with your normal cash like you would. So don't worry about that. Get the copy. Get the copy. And the T-share rates is going to fucking blow, especially when it goes on. It's like, okay, the people that don't want to trade, okay, what do they have to do? Well, you got your security. You got to make sure your wallets are set. You created new wallets for PulseChain. You should have. Right? Pop a boner, you have your hardware wallet. If you don't come cry to us, because we're gonna fucking when it's live and you don't have a hardware wallet, you're out. Thank you. Remove. Next. We don't want to talk. We don't even have to talk about that. We had fucking 2 years to explain to you that. Now, with that being said, you're able to move your coins, and people are gonna be staking. They're gonna be able to do you're gonna have hundreds of fucking transactions, thousands of let me put my fucking hex on every fucking 5 days from now, and then everyone's gonna be doing in the T-share rate.
And that is gonna blow the freaking T-share price through the roof.
Much faster. I think it's gonna be much faster.
It's gonna be faster. It's gonna be faster than it ever has been, which is insane because look at where it's gone in 3 years. I mean, we're paying 60 cents for T-shares, for God's sakes. And now T-shares are insane. I mean, all-time highs, what were they? $2,800, I think, for a T-share? All-time highs? Something like that.
$2,800?
$2,800.
Wasn't it like 10? Or was that
10,000?
just wasn't it 10,000 a T-shirt?
Oh,
that's for just for
I
Wasn't
could
it?
be wrong.
Wasn't it? But that's for a 1 day, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, because 10,000
I could be very, very
would be,
wrong.
yeah, because it's at 50
But
cents.
what was the T-share rate at when it was at 54 cents?
It was definitely more than 10,000 hex. It started at 10,000 hex, right?
So it started at 10,000. So it had to be.
Then at 50 cents would have been.
We were way higher than that.
Oh, 10 G's. I'm pretty sure it was 10 G's.
10 G's. No, you're right.
Almost.
It was somewhere 8 to 9.
But that's for the one. That was for the 1 day price, though. Because you're right. For the 555 for the 555 price, you have to divide that by 3. So if it was 10, it would be like $3,000, right? Something like that. Yeah. It's $3,000.
So what do you think of T-Bird's
crazy,
statement here?
That's still fucking crazy.
The time waiting for significant dips is over. Since you won't call the end of the bear market, do you think the significant dips in hex are over? I think you're done. I think your 3 cent days are over with. Even if we see another dip, I don't think your 3 cent days are coming.
Well, hex might not dip, but if the price of ETH dips, then yeah, well, we'll see a dip on the USDC side. Because there's our
Ethereum is so strong right now. So strong. It's looking good, man. I don't know. I don't see anything that's gonna dethrone it right now. I just
fucking Binance, man.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
And then there's also on the, I think it's in April. We had the. I just couldn't find it. This is what happens when you're on Twitter all day and you always freaking retweet. I couldn't find what I if I liked or retweeted it. But there's a date. There's a date for the V3 when it comes out licensed, and they can renew it. They could choose to renew it, so that's something that can happen. Then there's the Shanghai. I think there's enough things that the big boys can play with because it creates two paths. It creates two different ways that they can handle it. And has nothing to do with how the clients feel. It's more about how the people who are managing all the money. You know, Binance has more fucking ETH than there is ETH in liquidity.
But do those incidences that you're talking about, the Shanghai and whatnot, do those incidents have the ability to draw value out of the system, out of that crypto itself, out of the hands of people that are holding on to it? Is there benefit to whale to utilizing that tool to profit? Or do we look, are we done? Are we done with their manipulation? Did they all pull out early? Did that $3 trillion worth of market cap dwindle down to under $1 trillion before FTX happened because they all knew and the whales knew what they were doing? And here they are because CZ fucking alerted all of them to what he was doing. Because CZ, he masterminded that whole thing. I don't care what anybody says. But
CZ and his team have the option right now to sell all the ETH. They have most of the ETH that could be sold. That what people want to sell it, right? They have the ETH to sell. So the way I see it is like the people that are mainly staking have the option to get the rewards and sell that. Now, if they're gonna actually create more necessity for the market where people want to get in, they need much more ETH, or else the fucking if it's a thin liquidity, it's going to go much more up, and it's not going to be good for, just they want to spread out the most buys as possible. So I would see a possibility of them running the price down because then it just allows people to buy more. Mm-hmm. And then they could just play it, and they have so many more times they could just, because they say, okay, well, let's maximize our profit, and then it would be stupid to keep the price and have everyone just buy increments of it.
But see, the FUD facing the sexes is that the regulators are coming after them now. The regulators are going to come after them, and they are going to have to get licensed or whatever. I mean, the bigs are going to make it. CZ will make it. He'll do what he has to do to freaking get through the whole thing, whatever. They'll do fine. But it's still FUD. It's still pain in the ass. It's still one of those reasons for them to try and ratchet that price down. Use that news to create this next dip or whatever. I just don't see any value in any of that for any of them. I've been looking at the different scenarios and like, where's the value? Where is the value? You know, what and how is this going to affect us? Even if we do see a dip in the, because we're not, even though it looks like at this point because of the dip we might be correlated, we're not correlated to crypto. We're not.
No,
we started dipping before they did. We started dipping before they did, and our dip was due to complete other reasons other than why, you know, crypto took its crash. Now I'm sure that some of the value, some of the FUD flowed into us, but I'm talking in general. In general, it did. So T-Bird just asked a question, and you and I can both answer this. Why does SEX liquidity matter to DeFi? What's your answer to that?
I'm sorry? I'm reading the comments. What did you
T-Bird
say?
says, why does SEX, CEX,
it doesn't matter for the liquidity. It's just that's where people are always onboarding.
It's the value in the movement. It's the flow of the money, you know?
Well, if they have a lot of it, the price is going down because it's easier to buy it. It just makes sense. It's just how like
there's a lot of liquidity, but if they start pulling it off,
well, they make money off fees. So if there's more they're buying,
what
they
I'm
make
saying,
money
if
off
they start
the fees.
pulling it off, then that's going to make price action a lot more volatile.
Yeah,
of course. And then the other thing, prices will be more volatile in other cryptos, but in Hex, we're not going to see any movement because of, you know, that. I think the thing that we're going to see in Hex is people pulling their liquidity off the dexes in preparation for PulseChain.
Oh, that could be crazy. We could see. I
mean, that's already started.
Hex. You can see $5 Hex. People will manipulate it just for the fun of it. And someone went out there and be like, "Oh, what? 30K left?" Like 2 days before, you know. They'll just be like, fuck it, just all-time high Hex, $5, you know. Like, that could happen too, man. Imagine everyone pulls it out and it leaves like nothing in it to buy because they'll make it so hard for you to buy a Hex. That's another thing that could happen too, man. Yeah. And then temporarily people are like, "Oh, yo, the fun that's gonna happen if that happens." Oh my god. It's like, oh, they rug. Oh, the liquidity rug. Oh my god, they're gonna fucking anyways, but just to say that would be that's like an automatic. That's like an automatic. If you see
I mean that's gonna happen.
I think there's like 4 guys
we're gonna see that move. I don't know how big that move is gonna be or what that move's gonna look like, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna be like cancel all my plans. Cancel all my plans for the next fucking 2 weeks now.
And that's when you got to have that limit order in there. It's like, I'll take a little profit at $4.80.
It's like the noobs are like, "Yo, man, why can't I sell my whole bag?" And they're gonna sell it, then in a slippage. Like, what do you mean? I got $30 out of that.
And that's what. And now it's happened. We watched that happen before. But people were putting in small orders, you know, like 100 Hex or 500 Hex or 1,000 Hex, you know, and catching those, you know, because it was very short lived when that was happening. But people were catching those in the first year.
It could happen.
We did have a point when it happened.
It could happen, man. For like 4 hours, it could happen.
Yeah, it could.
I can guarantee you'll know it first on this if you're on the spaces. It's guaranteed, man. Everyone's watching those.
Here's the other thing that's going to happen is when Richard announces, we're going live and we're not shutting off. So we're going to turn on Discourse Syndicate. Everybody's going to be able to come in and come and go and ask questions, and we're just going to keep it open. We're going to keep everybody flowing here. And we may not do like a traditional like 24-hour stream like me and Hexo used to do.
We should connect the Twitters. We should connect the Twitter. I can run.
Yeah, we'll connect your
Twitter Spaces with the thing.
Your Twitter Spaces, and we'll connect it right to here, and we'll keep everybody boom going and informed. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yes, sir. That's what we go.
That's gonna be awesome. I'm actually down. If you're down to stream and you're gonna be like, you know what, I'll make coffee. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna do it. You weren't around for our big 24-hour streams, were you?
No, I still
Yeah,
have.
so
I've tried to prepare myself mentally for one, but no, I don't think I'm gonna pass out on stream, guaranteed.
yeah, so
There goes the memes. There goes
I
the memes.
talked Hexo into it, and we did our first 24-hour stream, and went over good. It was brutal. I literally burned a computer out, burned it completely out. I had my first streaming computer was just a MacBook Pro, right, and a built-in camera, the whole thing,
and you burned.
It got so hot, bro. It got so hot that I had to go get my ice packs out of the freezer.
No.
And put those down underneath my computer. It was freaking smoking. It was so hot. And then finally at the end of the stream, my ice pack had melted and had been, dry. It was heated up, right?
Oh,
and then the computer was fried. I turned it off and shit. And then it had water damage in it because of the moisture that kind of whipped into it and shit. And I took it back to the Mac store, and they were like,
it probably evaporated all that.
What the hell did you do to this thing? I burned that bitch to the ground.
I put ice packs under it. It was hot.
They're like, all the water indicators are set off on this thing. Like, hey man, all I gotta do is get the stuff off the hard drive. Can you do it? Yeah. Give me a new one. Oh yeah, that was a funny deal. Funny deal. All right, let's put this up because Brasology keeps crying so that you can answer him. On the YouTube of Obscure Crypto Gem, I heard Phamous talking mad crap on Hexagons and Hex OGs, calling us cheapazoids and saying the OGs are dumping on everyone. What's up with that? He was talking about you, Brasology.
That could be Buck from Famous Crypto, not me. So if I have said anything about the OGs, is that the OGs actually haven't helped themselves and haven't actually helped the community in proper ways. They just keep copying themselves and they always create drama and they're not actually focusing on the actual betterment of quote unquote adoption. And, the Hex maximalism changed things and the newer people are bringing a better light. That's all I'd say ever bad about the OGs, man. And you can't blame me for certain things have happened with certain OGs and what's happening. The drama, makes you think why, newer people are acting in a certain way compared to the other ones. It's that's all I've said. But I know I didn't call you guys cheapazoids because I don't think that, the OGs are cheapazoids. I think they do enough. I don't think they need to do more. But I think what they could do more is what's free, not what's paying costs, right? But it is what it is.
What they could do less of is shilling other shit. You douchebags, quit it. Knock it off, you freaking stupid ass OGs. We don't need to be shilling other crap. It's hard enough to stick with one thing. Stick with one crypto, one that works. We got one that's worked for 3 years, no problems. That's the easiest thing to do. That's why I'm still here. So I'm still here. I've never had to take anything down. I've never had to back up anything I've said because Hex has done what it's supposed to do. And I did what I was supposed to do. Shield Hex. That's it. I told you guys, hey, something else might be coming out. Get ready for it. And if it comes out, it's possible. I don't know for sure, but it's possible it could be as good as his other shit because Richard actually knows what he's doing. But don't ever forget, I told you here first, PulseChain makes Hex better. PulseX makes Hex better, not the other way around.
I think you wrote that Hex makes PulseChain better.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, okay.
Or did I say it the other way just now?
Yeah, you said it the other way.
Okay, let me rephrase that. PulseChain makes Hex better. PulseX makes Hex better. Period.
No, you said it like that. But
that's what I meant. Because it does. Richard built Pulse for Hex because Hex was getting murdered over on Ethereum. We were having to pay too much in fees. It sucked. So he said, let's make it unsuck or suck less. So he invented PulseChain. And he said, hey, we're going to need a bitchin' super cool DEX over here to make trading hex even better. So let's make a super cool DEX that does that. And that's what PulseX is. Makes hex better. That's it. And imagine this already greatest crypto that has ever come on the scene being made better by two other cryptos that you could have sacrificed for, got in early on, got in the beginning on. Something that's going to support the greatest, highest, best crypto, most highest appreciating asset of all time. Something that's going to enhance those. You wouldn't want to get involved in those in the beginning? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer. I'm all in on those two things. Why? Because I know what hex is. I've been here listening to Richard for, 3 years before he started, 3 years after he's done it, and it's all worked. That's why I'm still here, because it's all worked. I've never had to take anything down. I've never had to walk any words back to this day. But those of you who've been shilling other shit, those of you who have been tricking people out of their money, lying about me and what I'm doing here, what we're doing here, lying about us, the people who are protecting and saving and helping and supporting Richard Hart 100%. You guys got some atoning to do. And you don't get to just come back and play kumbaya with the rest of us. Oh, no. Hex community is going to remember. I may not be the one that calls you out, but I got plenty of boys out there, plenty of ladies out there that are going to call your motherfucking asses out. Plenty of them. They're saying, let me at him, RG. Let me at him. I got your back. We remember when they said that shit about you. We remember when they all fair weathered and walked the fuck away, when they all ran away and didn't want to brave the bear market like you did. No, you stuck with us. You kept streaming. You stayed with us. You kept us confident. You kept us in the know. You let us know what was going on. You brought people in here who knew what they were talking about, even in the bear market. Atone, motherfuckers. Atone. Anyway, my little had a little rant in me. I had to let it out.
It is. That's why you're the captain. That is what it is. I like it, man. I like it because it is. You have the right to say it, man. And now, by the way, Brissology, if ever you want to talk, I don't know if you actually think I think those things, but you could always come on the chat. We could discuss it on the spaces. But yeah, I don't think you guys are cheapazoids.
Nah, he probably heard that other cat you're talking about saying something.
Bug.
I know you.
But it's the word cheapazoid and could be bug because it could be bug. But I have talked shit about the OGs, but it's just that's what it is. Man.
We all have, right? I talk shit about them all. I talk shit about Brissology too.
I haven't heard. I have nothing really to say about Brissology. He's around. There's nothing really to say. I hope he doesn't think I said anything about him. I sent you a tweet. No. Okay, cool.
No, don't worry. He's nothing. He's no threat.
No, but if he does, because there's too much of me on the internet for me to even say no. It's there. I can't lie. I'm all there. Like it is what it is. If I did say something, I could explain what it meant. But I have been talking shit a lot lately. But it's just because it's like, come on, man. Like people, it's either they're regurgitating what Richard says, and Richard never ever gives us all the moves because God only helps those who helps themselves, and then the rest are just like, it's like you want $500 to tell me how to do a MetaMask. It's like we're doing all this for free. Everyone's doing what they can, but it's like I understand putting money in for banners and all this stuff. That's different. But then when it's like, there's certain OGs like I'm not talking about all of them. Obviously, there's always bad apple on the tree, but then there's certain OGs that are like charging people for courses, and then they don't even know what a hardware wallet is. And then they come in and they're like talking to Papa Boner as like, who the fuck are you about security? And then I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then there's the guys that are like, down forever coin is good. And then it's like, And then there's the guys that
I really love that name, Down Forever Coin.
fuck Richard. I don't
DFG.
like his opinion. I don't like what he's doing. It's like,
DFC.
didn't he just make you bank? Like, I don't know, but that's all I've been talking shit about. And also about certain people not understanding crypto because they don't understand crypto. You know?
Well, here's the other thing too, I think, bro. And so when people fake the funk, you know, you can't fake the funk on the funky dunk. You've got to be real. And if you were faking it in the beginning and you didn't accumulate enough, you didn't position yourself right, or you got wrecked, or you did something that got you wrecked, of course, you're going to shift gears from what you thought you should have been saying to what's going to benefit me or make me feel better about what I did. What do I talk about to benefit and make me feel better about the move I made, about getting out of Hex and getting into something else, or believing in something else other than Hex, or looking at a shiny object when the bear market had me bored as fuck. That's what it's really about. That's what those people are doing. That's what those influencers are out there doing, is making themselves feel better about the moves they made. It's about projection. A lot of this stuff that goes on these screens, on this 2D fucking world that we're all watching all the time, is projection. Watch these people that will say stuff about other people and other things, because that's exactly what they're doing 9 times out of 10. They're projecting what they're doing and how they're feeling about themselves to try and make themselves feel better or look better. Happens all the time, man. People are fucked up. It's a lack of integrity, a lack of character, a lack of knowing who you are, a lack of being yourself and standing up positive for what you believe in versus what somebody else did or a mistake you made. Own up to it. If you fucked up, own up to it. Shouldn't have got in that. Shouldn't have told people to get into that. No, they won't do that.
But why have to say that?
Most people are too immature in their own self-worth and self-value to say they made a mistake.
Yeah,
to man up.
Well, that's a bit
you don't see a lot of that. You don't see a lot of that in these days, period, let alone in this space. This space is like, forget about it. Like Hexicans, even the ones that have fucked up, a little bit better than, like, say, your regular fucking crypto gurus that are out there that are bullshitting their way through life and bullshitting their way through their people and wrecked after wrecked after wrecked, wrecking them all the time, and then sweeping that bullshit under the rug. And then, here, let's get wrecked on something else. Man, what the hell? I mean, will they just keep getting new flesh in every fucking month so they could show something? I remember when they were selling all the dexes, the bolt-on dex coins, the sushi swaps, and all the other bullshit that was. And every week, it was almost like, dude, you showed that one last week, and everybody got wrecked this week, and now you're showing this one, and oh crap, look, it's down at you just showed 3 bad projects in that many weeks, dude. And then they just erase the video, come back maybe 3 weeks later, and start all up over again. It's just, man, it's pathetic. The fucking character in this space is non-existent. Non-existent. The emotional maturity, integrity, just non-existent. Like, I hope we have our event. I think we're getting ready to plan another event. We're going to plan it during the Bitcoin conference or whatever. I just hope they do, because I am going to go walking in. I'm getting tickets to that conference, and I'm going in. I'm going in that conference. I want to have some conversations with some people, and I just want to see who they are, man. I want to look into their eyes and see who these soulless fucks are. I want to know. I want to just say, what were you thinking? And especially the ones that talk shit about us. Like, what are you doing? What were you thinking? You know, now that you're in front of me, Now what do you got to say? Now what's the reality of who we are? Am I a cult member that has nothing good to say? You guys have said that a million fucking times. What is it? Let's talk about crypto now. Let's really talk about the value of crypto. Now that you and I are sitting here at this table by ourselves. You know, and I guarantee you that I will be right and they will be wrong and they will change their tune. Now, they might not change it publicly, or they might not even get into hex, but I'll guarantee you that when we have a civil conversation in front of one another, they won't have anything to debate. They won't have anything.
I just wish I could get in debates. I wish I could be put with one-on-one with someone, with all these gurus, and just one after another, just like, let's go at it. Like presidential debate, man. Bring me the heroes. I really wish I would fucking murder. I would murder. It wouldn't even be fair. I would destroy these guys, man. The big boys, the Rovers, the Mashinskis. I don't know. Mashinsky's the guy. Alex Mashinsky's the guy from Celsius. Never mind. All these guys, man. All these guys, I would rip them. They don't know anything. But you know,
those big guys won't show up, of course, because they're.
But even the people that come to our thing, all these little guys, it's like. But it's okay, man. You know what? There's a better plan. It's more positive. We're gonna laugh soon. And you know what? Honestly, RG, the things that's gonna happen with the community is that we're becoming more productive. So for me, it's like that's why for me it's like everything is people put in work and you see it. And that's why the community is just good. It's not like everyone could come and see what we do. Everyone could come see what we're about. You know, now there's apparently 2 new protocols that's gonna allow people to do more pooling in their hex, you know. So we were thinking about maybe, you're going to hear it first, we're going to do like a team hex pool where it's like, you know what, if you're part of the spaces, we're already there every day. So why not group all our fucking stakes together and share that fucking end stake fee, and have it like, when we go, and it would be wonderful because it's like when we go up to communities and they say, oh, well, what do you do with hex? And what is this community about? And be like, yeah, well, look what we do. This is what we did. This is our monthly stake together, all of us. Yeah, all of us together. And it's apparently it's going to be completely decentralized. No admin keys. We have to check out both options. There's 2 new options. And that's something cool that could be like, everyone with like, even us in the DeFi Syndicate, we could have a pool. Everyone could just create these pools where it's easier for people to come together. If you're someone who has, a group of Kryptonians or fucking Hexicans and you're part of a car meet, you could do a whole pool. You could do these things. And that's wonderful, so I think there's going to be new stuff that we do as a community that makes it every day there's something to do. And with PulseChain, you're going to see, man, we're going to be fucking busy. It's going to be busy, man. So if you have any questions, come check us out, man. There's so many intelligent people.
Yep. Oh, man, well, it was good having you back, bro. And you like our new time? Is this working out for you?
Yeah, bro. For me, it's perfect. I hope it's good for you. I'm sorry, but I get much more energy.
I don't have anything to do, man. I was just doing it on the regular because that's what I did, But no, man, I even changed up chatting with the captain so that I can get access on. I had him on last night and been wanting to get him on for a while. We chat often, but I haven't been able to get him on a stream. So I got him on last night. So yeah, man. And even if we need to do a little bit earlier, we can do a little bit earlier too. I like, like having a fresh Phamous. We got to have a fresh Phamous, man. We can't have Phamous.
Always, or else I'm like tired.
Can't get a 3 o'clock in the morning Phamous.
Yeah. And I'm not allowing the people in Europe, a little bit early. Maybe they could tune in and catch it. But yeah. But check it out. I love the spaces, man, because not only now do we serve on your time, because you guys, North America, we have so much happening. But now it's like there's more people coming from different parts. So now Europe, there's a lot of Europeans coming into our spaces, a lot of Australians too. Tangent's doing a wonderful job with his spaces. He does monologues, he does Q&As. Shouts out to him. And just like everyone else who does really good job with the spaces, Funny Jim, Walrus, KDP. Yeah. So the spaces is the new place to be, man, in my opinion. And you can catch a lot, learn a lot, and you can get your questions answered. And I really do suggest people, if you don't have a voice, you don't like DMing, you're not very outspoken, come on up and ask questions. We're very nice. We're just mean to sit,
yes,
certain people.
Yes.
So yeah, don't be afraid.
Right on. All right, my brother. Great show. Thanks for coming on.
I love it, man.
Appreciate
It's
you.
my pleasure, man. See you next week.
See you next week, guys. Friday Night Hangout. Don't
10
forget
cents
it.
next week. 10 cents.
10 cents. He called it. 10 cents, baby.
No, I didn't call it. I'm just joking. 10 cents. 10
I like
cents.
it. 10
Let's go.
cents.
Ciao, guys.
See you.